Hey everybody, and happy Mother's Day weekend. I'm super excited that you guys are gonna join me for a quick little stretch today. We're gonna do a little bit of a mix up today. If you haven't noticed, I got a ball. You can go ahead and find you one. A lot of people have these exercise balls lying around home and they just kind of take up space, gather dust. So today we're gonna use our exercise ball to do a little stretching, a little yoga with our exercise ball. So we can find our exercise ball and we're just gonna sit on it, kind of bounce a little bit. Maybe move side to side. We can start to shift here, waking up the hips. A lot of moms out there that might be expecting, a lot of pregnant ladies have balls at home that they can use to help stay strong and stretchy before the baby comes. So if you want to join me and go roll forward and back and circle. I know I love my mom, and for all those future moms out there, your kids are gonna love you too. So we'll do a little yoga for the moms today, and we can reach our hands up to the sky, interlock your fingers and reach to the sky. Maybe shift from side to side. And exhale, we're gonna hug our legs, tuck those hands under your legs and stretch out your back. We're gonna round here, tuck in the chin, just give a nice little stretch through the back. Slowly come up. All right, I'm gonna shift sideways so you guys can see me on the ball here. We're gonna scooch a little forward so that we're just a little bit above here, and we're gonna lean back and open the arms. It should feel really nice. You can kind of bend your knees to stretch through your chest muscles. You can reach those hands above your head to stretch through your rotator cuff. And if anyone's feeling brave and wants to try to practice that back bend, you can lean those hands back, reach, and start to bend the fingertips. And even just getting in this position is a nice stretch for the wrists, for the belly, the back. Oh, it is an inversion though, so if you're starting to feel a little lightheaded, go ahead and come off and sit up. Walk those feet back. If we get a little wobbly, that's okay. Find your balance. We're just gonna stretch the legs out and bend the knees. Stretch it out and bend the knees. Last one, stretch it out. We're gonna reach for the toes. Feel a nice stretch through the hamstrings and the back of the legs. Little knee bend will make this easier. Straight legs is gonna make it harder. And we can slowly come up. Now, if any of these moves are too advanced or too challenging, feel free to just skip them and we can try the next thing. Let's work on those ankles a little bit. I know a lot of pregnant ladies, their ankles swell, or if you're on your feet a lot for work, you might have swelling in your ankles. So we want to work them out, make them nice and mobile, and reverse. So something that's really good for blood flow is actually legs up the wall, a pose I've done in some previous videos, but it's hard to get in that pose if you have mobility issues or perhaps you're expecting. So what you can do is a modified version. If you have a ball and maybe someone to help you, or a chair is a great way to get down to the ground using that chair for support. We're gonna do a little modified legs on the ball. So instead of putting my legs all the way up at a 90-degree angle to the wall, I'm just gonna settle on the ball like this. And this is actually really good for your back. If you have back pain, just laying down like this with your legs up on the ball, maybe bending the knees a little deeper and kind of playing with the ball for some hamstring pulls, straight legs, and pull them in. A lot of people don't know that tight hamstrings, the muscles in the back of your legs, make your lower back tight and can cause back pain. All your muscles are connected at your feet, from the back of the legs, the front of the legs, all the way up in a chain. So if you have tight leg muscles, especially in the back, it's gonna make your back pain worse. Now you can bring the bottoms of your feet together and let those knees kind of sit out for an inner thigh stretch, otherwise known as butterfly. Kind of play with it here, working on those inner thighs. Now, keeping a strong core also helps us with our back pain. So we can try, if we're able to, take your feet to the sides of the ball here. I'm gonna lift the ball to my hands, grab the ball, and stretch it above my head. Now, depending on how strong you are, this move might be super hard. That's okay. We're just gonna do 3. If you wanna pause the video and do a few more than 3 to work out that core, maybe do a set of 10 and take a break, do another set of 10. We can do whatever is comfortable for you. Right, we're just gonna do one more here on the video though. So pass that ball to your feet and stretch it out. Oh, that was a lot of work. Let's just rest here. Let's go side to side on the ball here, right to left. Working on the back. Now again, the next move's a little more advanced, so if you can't quite do it, that's okay. We're gonna come off the ball for a second and sit up, right? The easiest way for me to get in this pose is to get on my hands and knees in front of the ball, and I wanna roll my body over the ball. Now before I do this, I can just kind of hang and start to get comfortable on the ball. It can be a little intimidating to do this move, so if you want to just kind of stay here and work your back out, that's fine. If you want to join me. For some knee tucks, you can walk your hands out. Oh, looks like I'm a little too far from the camera. And you might have to try this more than once. Let's try it again. So walk it out until you feel like your thighs are just past the ball and it's to your knees or to your ankles. We're gonna do just 3 of these. Knee tuck. We're gonna pull the knee in and stretches out. This takes a lot of balance, so if we can't do it today, it's a move we can work on practicing. Breathe, don't hold our breath, last one. And take it back. And I know that feels a little hard, but that's okay. Y'all did an amazing job. Whew. And after all that tough work, we usually like to end class with a break. So let's get ready to come back down to the floor. We can take our ball here, and if we want to put our feet back up on it as a little footrest, we can, just like we did a little bit earlier in class. If you prefer to just kind of kick it away and lay back, arms out to your sides. Most yoga practices, we end with a little deep relaxation and meditation. So we're gonna just take a quick second here to mindfully rest our bodies, rest our brains, see if we can relax a little bit on this Mother's Day weekend. If you want to join me for full body tension and release, we'll take a deep breath in and exhale, squeeze your feet. Squeeze your calves, your thighs. Careful on that belly. Tighten your ab muscles, your back, your chest, your shoulders and arms. Whole body tense. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, relax. Letting go. Melting into the earth as we breathe. Relax your feet. Your leg muscles. Big breath out, relax. The thighs and your hips. Stomach muscles are soft, back relaxes, shoulders are loose. Arms relaxed by our sides, palms face the sky and receiving. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, relax your jaw. Heartbeat slows. Whole body relaxes as we breathe. Inhale and exhale. want you to picture any negative emotions you might have had this week, any anxieties, any fears for the future, regrets for the past. Imagine those feelings like thick fog in the lungs. And as you exhale, I want you to imagine those feelings, that fog leaving the lungs as we exhale. And now let fresh, pure air full of life, full of good thoughts about ourselves. And as we exhale, let's mentally let go of those negative thoughts we had this week. Those feelings about ourselves, about others, let it go. As we breathe. We all have feelings and fears. And it's okay to acknowledge those feelings. They are real, they are valid. But it's also okay to let those negative emotions, those fears, let them go when you can. A mantra is a word we think about as we leave our practice, a phrase we ascribe to our hearts. Our phrase today is joy. Feeling joy, a little yoga, some stretching. Joy for our lives and everything it holds. And if you're celebrating Mother's Day this weekend, glad that we all have a mom that brought us into this world. So take a deep breath in, full of joy. We'll exhale, wiggle the fingers, wiggle your toes, bend your knees, roll over to fetal position, hugging yourself, feeling safe and secure, full of warmth and love. Whenever you're ready, push yourself up to a seated position. Thanks for making it with me, guys. I hope you have a beautiful Mother's Day this weekend if you're celebrating, and if not, I hope you have a beautiful day. We can end class with a big breath in, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center for Namaste, everybody. Thanks.